You are listening to Bedtime Dreamy Tales. Please make sure you have smashed that like button and subscribe to our channel for new story. Story title, Maid Maleen. Once upon a time in a distant kingdom, a proud king had a beautiful daughter named Princess Maid Maleen. Known for her radiant beauty and kind heart, Maid Maleen was beloved by all. However, her father had other plans for her and intended to marry her off to a wealthy suitor for political gain. Despite her pleas, the king remained adamant, prompting Maid Maleen to boldly declare her love for a prince of a neighboring realm, vowing, "In this life, I shall marry no other." Enraged by her defiance, the king ordered the construction of a dark tower with no windows or doors, where light nor sound could penetrate. "You will stay here for 7 years," he decreed, "until your stubborn heart changes its tune." Maid Maleen and her loyal maidservant were then sealed inside, with food and water to last the duration, cut off from the world. The prince, having learned of her fate, roamed the tower's exterior, calling out her name in vain. The thick walls muffled all sound, leaving him in despair. As time wore on inside the tower, Maid Maleen and her maidservant watched their supplies dwindle, realizing that the king had forgotten them. With only days of provisions left, Maid Maleen decided, "We must try one last time to break free." Using a bread knife, they dug at the mortar between the stones, laboring tirelessly until, after 3 days, the first ray of sunlight pierced their gloomy prison, revealing the ruins of what was once her father's palace. The kingdom lay in ashes, devastated by war and neglect. Escaping the remnants of their prison, the princess and her maidservant ventured into the ravaged lands. Without food or shelter, they survived on nettles and whatever meager plants they could find. After a grueling journey, they arrived in a new kingdom where Maid Maleen hoped to start afresh. Despite knocking on many doors, no one offered them work or sympathy, their plight unseen by indifferent eyes. Their luck turned when they reached the capital city, and the royal chef took pity on them, offering them menial work in the palace kitchens. Here, Maid Maleen washed dishes and swept floors, far from the royal life she once knew. Coincidentally, the prince of this kingdom was the very man who had sought Maid Maleen's hand. His father, however, had chosen for him a bride who was both cruel and hideous in nature. As the wedding approached, the chosen bride, too ashamed to show her face, locked herself away. During the wedding procession, she persuaded Maid Maleen to take her place, promising wealth and safety. Reluctantly, Maid Maleen agreed, donning the bride's lavish gown and jewels. As Maid Maleen walked through the streets, the people gasped at her beauty, believing her to be the bride. The prince, struck by her resemblance to his lost love, questioned her about familiar places and things only Maid Maleen would know. Each time, Maid Maleen answered indirectly, stirring the prince's suspicions and hope. At the church comma, the prince confronted the disguised Maid Maleen, demanding to know the truth. Fearing for her life, Maid Maleen confessed her identity. Overjoyed, the prince declared her his true bride. The ceremony proceeded with genuine joy, and they were married amidst cheers and tears. Returning to the palace, the prince exposed the deception to the court. The cruel bride was cast out, and Maid Maleen was embraced as the rightful queen. The prince and Maid Maleen ruled wisely and compassionately, healing their kingdom's wounds together. Years later, the tale of Maid Maleen's endurance and true love became a legend. Children passing by the remnants of the Dark Tower would sing songs of her bravery and the light of love that no darkness could overshadow. If you like the story, please give this video a like. For more stories, go to bedtimedreamytales.com. See you in the next story.